Okay, so talk to us, Will, about these Amiibo figures.
Yeah, Amiibos.
Talk to us about the Amiibos. What's going
Well,
on?
Nintendo's making money off of them,
Mm-hmm.
but of course, see, everybody's under the misguidance that these Amiibos are the rarest things ever. Like, especially with when resellers are concerned. Now, for those of you who don't know, and I don't see how you wouldn't, but the Amiibos are little action figures. Like they're basically like Skylanders with their toys, or Disney Infinity with their toys. Now, Nintendo's got their own line of classic characters from Super Smash Brothers. You can use them in Super Smash Brothers to minimal degree, and you can also use them on several other games like Mario Kart or Zelda Hyrule Warriors.
Allegedly, I haven't seen it work or not. Have you tried it with Hyrule Warriors?
Nintendo advertised it themselves. Like if you go to GameStop and
have you tried it with your link on Hyrule Warriors yet?
No, I haven't. But yeah, the point is that they are meant to work. Like you put the figure on your Wii U gamepad and it does stuff. But now these figures have apparently become, for some reason, superficially collectible in the eyes of a lot of people. So people have been trying to get all of them while they can, while supplies last, thinking that they're like once they're gone forever. I highly doubt it, considering the supply and demand for these things. Like Nintendo's not stupid. They definitely see what's going on with their brands. They're not just gonna say, "Oh, how are those toys that we made doing?" No, like for example, like obviously you have the less popular characters, like the toy in terms of toys. Like, oh yeah, you have the really popular ones. You have Mario, you have Link, you have Samus, and like a few other characters that, of course, are really popular and they're going to be gone, or they're at least going to be sought after. But you have like the less popular ones like Marth, Villager, and Wii Fit Trainer. Like, so yeah, there's plenty of stock for these characters, and Nintendo has maybe unofficially announced or had said that we are going, due to the less demand for these certain characters, we will be discontinuing their line, which now is making those characters sought after because, oh, they're discontinuing them. That means they're going to be valuable and rare and hard to come by. So if we get them while we can, we could flip them online and sell them for a fortune. Now, I think that was Nintendo's plan, just to get these people to buy them. Like, if you think about it, it's brilliant. Like, say that we're not going to make these anymore. So, yeah, that generally is going to create supply and demand. Like, oh, now we have to get them because
make us feel bad.
Because we're not going to get a chance later.
Uh-huh.
Now, I highly doubt that they're not gonna they're gonna stop making these figures altogether, at least for the unpopular ones. Like, because especially when the new waves come out and the new figures, like where they're gonna have Little Macs and Diddy Kongs and Mega Mans. Within those units, they're probably gonna create a few more of those older ones, like, and just like put like a few of them in there and just sell them off, because there's a pretty big like section over at stores for these Amiibo figures. So to say that they're going to discontinue a certain section of them is completely ludicrous. So yeah, like I have no doubt that they're going to continue these toy lines. And seeing already, if you go to eBay, you see these Amiibo figures and they are flipping the hell out of these things. Like Link, for example, can reach anywhere from $25 to $50, which you should never have to do. Like you could easily just go to the store and pick up some of these things. Granted, they have to be there. But I think what also would be a brilliant idea is if Nintendo, on their website, opened up like a little store online, so like you could buy it off the Nintendo site. You could buy it from their stock. Because yeah, for them to be selling these things for $12 means they don't cost a lot to make.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's no point for the supply and demand to be so high for people to be going apeshit over this, thinking that they're not going to last forever. We got to get them all while we can because they're going to be gone. No, they're not. They're really not. There's like 49 figures in total. They're gonna keep making them,
right?
Like, because they're selling like hotcakes. They are doing so well for Nintendo. They are making so much money. And you really think Nintendo's gonna be so dumb? I mean, not saying that they haven't made dumb decisions before in their past, but you really think that they don't see like what this is doing for their business?
You've been actually pushing me to buy an Amiibo figure.
I haven't been pushing you. I'm just bringing it up to speed.
But I'm like, I still don't see what the point of the Amiibos are.
Well, okay. Well, here's what they do in Smash.
Consider the fact that the Wii U stays mostly at your place. I'm gonna have an Amiibo figure that's just gonna be collecting dust. So.
Oh yeah, that's what my Link does. I just have them in the wall in the case.
Yeah. So.
Like I don't really use them much.
It's all right. Convince me. Sell me the idea. Why should I buy a Mario amiibo right now?
Because, well, for one, how often do you come by Mario figures in general?
Come on, you got to do more than that.
Okay. Okay, there's no guarantee that these figures will last forever. It's possible, but again, it's superficial. But you never know. Figures might not last forever.
Okay.
Resellers already flipping them online.
Okay. So do I? So is the point to buy it just to sell it again with a higher price?
No, if you don't want to.
Okay.
But to have it, like, you like Mario.
Yeah.
Like, you like certain characters. Like, I like Mega Man. You don't think I'm going to get a Mega Man figure? I mean, you go to your local Target. You go to your local Walmart. You go to your local Toys R Us. How often do you see a Mega Man figure on the shelf?
No, not very often.
Yeah, and if it's a character that you really like and you really want and you wish you had a figure of, especially for nostalgia's sake, if you wish you were a kid and you wish you had these toys,
it's just a character just to have, or just
yeah, like, I'm not saying get all of them. I'm saying, like, if you like a character that you wish you could have had a figure of as a kid, or you can now, but you still can't because, again, I go to a store wishing, like, I even go to the toy aisles on purpose just to see if they have, like, video game characters for sale. Like, I went to Toys R Us and I found like a few Marios and stuff, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I wish I could buy these, like Sonic figures. I'm like, oh wow, if I was a kid, I wish I could have had these.
Okay.
So yeah, like, not so much for using them as much as it is just to have them because I like them. I'm not saying collect them all, because like, I do not care to own a Wii Fit Trainer or a Diddy Kong or a little Mac figure. But again, having them would be cool because, like, or even a Marth figure from Fire Emblem, like, their Fire Emblem figures don't exist. So just for it to be there, and if you like the series, go for it. Like, I bought Link because it's Link. Like, if Mega Man figure comes out, I'm going to get that too because it's Mega Man. I don't need a reason. It's Mega Man. Mm-hmm. So yeah, if he's just on the wall, I don't care. I own him.
Okay. Well, it sounds like these things are pretty expensive. So
they're $12. Like, yeah, online, like, just free sellers are going to flip them, try to get $50 or top tier money out of them. But otherwise, like, if you want to get one, sure. They look nice.
So the bottom line is get these before they're
the possibility
of becoming really
well, like,
expensive.
because I'm not afraid of Nintendo not making them anymore. I'm worried about resellers getting their hands on them and thinking that they're worth more than they really are. And that's already what's happening, is that they're buying up all of these games and toys and things thinking that they're worth a lot more, and they're trying to sell them online. And of course, that's the next topic. So yeah, if you can find one that you want or you think you would want, you probably better get it, because odds are somebody's going to get it and try to take it from you and sell it back to you for more.
Or buy something that you think you might not want. That's the thing I'm worried about. Like, oh, I don't want this. Well, I guess I have to buy it now just in case I want it 20 years from now. So
it's always a possibility, because, like, again, going back to how when we got rid of our games from our youths because we thought we were moving on to bigger and better games, and then we find out 20 years later that we kind of do want these games back. And now look what's happened.
So it just seems like it's be spending $12 on a figure just for it to hang up on my wall.
Well, again, you don't have to. Like, if you want to. Like, I only see me ever getting a Mario and a Mega Man in the future, because the idea of owning them in particular is cool to me.
Okay.
Like, I don't see myself buying every single figure. Like, no. Like, do I want a Wii Fit Trainer? No. Do I want a Villager figure? No. Do I want a Mega Man figure? I like Mega Man, so okay. Yeah, probably. I don't mind spending $12. Like, it's $12.
Okay.
Like, on a toy. Like, and they're really nice toys too. Like, they're like little statues of the characters that you actually see in the game. So yeah, getting a little actual physical one, really cool.
Okay. Well, I guess Will's all for the Amiibos.
I would like to see them used for more later. It's possible. They could always program them into games for some reason. So yeah, I think they're. If you want to hop on the bandwagon, that's fine. But as long as they're not mandatory to run the game. Whereas in Skylanders or Disney Infinity, you have to you have no choice. You got to buy these figures. But for Nintendo, they're completely optional. But just the fact that they actually do stuff in the game, as well as you have a really cool figure here. Yeah, they're cool.
Okay. Really
well designed, and interestingly, also on eBay, I found a lot of custom ones. Like there's a deity custom Link from Majora's Mask, and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. They have like a custom Dark Link, and I'm like, oh wow, that's really cool too. So yeah, I don't know how they're doing it, but they're making like custom Amiibo figures for certain characters. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool actually.
All right. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so in terms of Smash Brothers, they have use. In other games, they have use, but whatever.